Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. I couldn't wait to get home to the studio to make this video, so I'm doing it. It's about 6:30 a.m. on Friday, September 22nd. I'm at work. I don't start work till 8 o'clock, so I'm not making this on the clock. Vladimir Zelensky was in New York and then went to D.C. to visit with Joe privately. And he gave this speech to the UN, basically begging for money to continue his fight with Russia, which I completely disagree with the war. I think it's wrong. I think it never should have happened. But we all know Putin is a little cuckoo. But he's changing up his language when he speaks to the UN, basically trying to tug at the heartstrings of all the woke politicians. Now he's talking about climate change, how that's going to affect the world, how some countries are going to end up underwater, and so on and so on. So have a look at this clip, and I'll be right back.
War can be noble, but also a business opportunity. So today, Ukrainian President Zelensky told the United Nations what it wanted to hear.
Humanity is failing on its climate policy objectives. This means that extreme weather will still impact the normal global life, and some evil state will also weaponize its outcomes. When islands and countries disappear underwater, and when tornadoes and deserts are spreading into new territories, and when all of this is happening, one unnatural disaster in Moscow decided to launch a big war.
So to sum that up, give me 25 billion more so I can continue this fight with Putin, because climate change and weather could destroy us and destroy the world. Because apparently he believes that the weather and climate change is going to put the Ukraine underwater. So they need to fight off Putin first before the Ukraine becomes an ocean. That's kind of what I got from that. But what he's doing is, again, tugging at the heartstrings of woke politicians like Joe Biden and the Democrats of the United States to give me money, keep the finances flowing so I can continue to live in my mansion and wear my nice green army garb that he wears all the time. He can't even put on a suit and tie like the rest of the world leaders because he's at war after all, but he's always traveling the world while there's a war going on in Ukraine. But when are people going to open their eyes and see that there's so much more to this than just Putin invading Ukraine? Because the United States is the #1 backer of Ukraine, with billions and billions and billions of dollars already given. I'm not exactly sure of the exact figure, so I just don't want to guess, but we all know it's billions and billions of dollars. We all have our thoughts on why Joe Biden is doing this. I have plenty of theories, but I'm not going to get into that. But I think if you watch me and you watch my show, you know where I'm going with this. So how long are the Democrats and Joe Biden going to do this? How much money is he going to take away from the American people to take care of a country that has nothing to do with us? Okay? Americans are struggling. I always throw this in also. Homelessness, drug addiction, mental illness, people everywhere, millions are struggling. So instead of taking all those billions of dollars and putting it into the United States for programs, housing, or what have you, let's give it to Vlad so the Ukrainian people can rebuild, they can fix their schools, they can pay their pensions, they can basically save them. Joe Biden is going to save the Ukraine from Putin's invasion on the backs of the American taxpayer. So if you agree with that, I have to respectfully disagree with you, because what's happening here is nothing more than some kind of cover-up, as far as I'm concerned, as to why the Biden administration is funneling billions of dollars of American tax dollars to another country. We all know there's probably American military there. They have all of our equipment, weapons, ammunition, tanks, trucks, whatever. So is the United States military becoming weaker because of this fascination, if you will, with Joe Biden taking care of Ukraine? I don't know. But you have to wonder, America should be the number one priority in Joe Biden's mind. Number one. But we all know his mind is a little shaky, and people talk about his age. He's too old. He's too old. Quite frankly, he's not too old. He's 80 years old. He's not too old. His cognitive decline is the problem, because I feel he cannot make a clear, calculated decision, and he's taking orders and or information from people around him to keep doing what he's doing. So until someone, maybe a Democrat, I don't know, realizes that the American people have had it with this nonsense, have had it with being the bank for the Ukraine. We all go to work, we work hard. I come and do my job every day just to try to survive, to keep a roof over my head, food on my table, take care of my family. Joe Biden and the Democrats in Congress do not care about that. All they care about is funding a war, again, that has nothing to do with us, but has everything to do with some wild idea. And again, I have my theories that there's a reason behind this, all this money. And it's not just, we got to save Ukraine, we're the United States. No. America first, everyone else on the back burner. That's how it's always been, and that's how it always should be. So this needs to stop. And Vlad, we all know he's an actor, he was a comedian, he was a dancer, whatever. I could care less about Zelensky. I do think it's disrespectful that he wears his army garb everywhere he goes and doesn't have enough respect and decency to put on a jacket and tie when he's addressing other world leaders. But that's just me. Maybe you don't care. It's wrong. It just needs to stop. This country needs to open their eyes. All these woke journalists, woke Democrats, all these liberals who think we need to take care of the entire world, and our people can wait a while we fund wars and whatever humanitarian relief we're sending to other countries. So, I don't know. I just want to talk about that quick. I couldn't wait to get home to the studio to do this. So, that's it. He's trying a different route to keep the money coming, even though I believe that the money will still be flowing into Ukraine no matter what he says. All he has to do is say, Joe, can I get another check? And Joe's like, oh yeah, buddy, no problem. Here you go. You can write it. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Share this video with someone. I'd appreciate that. If you haven't liked this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel so I can keep this information coming. Hope everybody's healthy and safe, and have a great day.